one time I got into a fight. Kind of. Not really. It was someone's birthday that worked at the club, and a woman was serving cake for the birthday. And she normally is the t-shirt lady for the DJ. She sells t-shirts for the DJ. And, but today she was serving cake, and I guess she didn't want to. But I didn't know that. I just walk up, I see my friend Lori there, and I'm like, hey, Lori, where you been? And she's helping her, you know, cut cake and stuff. So the woman comes at me. She's like, you want cake? Bitch, it ain't your birthday. What the hell are you so aggressive for with the, you know? But you know how you do with cake. You just go, no, you know. No cake. No cake. Intermittent fasting, you know? No cake after 8. Do you want cake? And I was like, no. Why is she so upset? She said again, do you want cake? I was like, no. She's like, then goodbye, goodbye. And I was like, speaking of strong black woman, it's not my reaction. I was like, I mean, and you know, here's the thing, like, I look at this, I work out, I box 4 times a week, but wait. I forgot to mention, this was a Latino woman in a bad mood with a knife, cutting cake. Sometimes, you know, part of my training is you gotta do the math. Like, I trained to box, but she looked like she never had to train. Looked like it was just in her. And I walked away. I was so uncomfortable. You know, you ever look at your phone because you're so uncomfortable, you look for a text? There's nothing there. So I text my friend Lori, I go, why didn't you say anything, you know? You always get mad at men touching me, why didn't you say anything to Cake Bitch? I was so upset, man. And I thought, it just bothered me the whole night. And then the next day, I decided to write a letter to the club. That's what I do. Oh, I'm a letter writer. Yelp reviews, whew. It's when I'm at my most woke. So I wrote the DJ, because I was like, he's attached to her. I'm gonna get this bitch. Dear DJ, currently working on a project for CNN. Maybe not. You gotta draw them in. This past week at the club, you were amazing. I'm interviewing DJs and at some point would love to interview you. I do think you should know this, and it's only because I care. I experienced something that I think you should be aware of. The woman who sells t-shirts for you tonight, she was on cake duty. And she yelled at me because I did not want cake. I know, it's like, you didn't know black women did this, did you? I mean, it was way out of line. She actually told me goodbye and told me to move from where I was standing, which is, by the way, a free space for anyone. She said it 3 times, and it was beyond angry, and I can't tell you how this broke my heart. I wrote that. You know what? You should read things out loud before you send it. Ida, the bathroom attendant, agrees with me. Like, I had a guy, this was his line to me. He said, I have money. That was it. I was like, well, how much? All right? Don't be vague. Not on that. Be specific. It gets weird, you know, being single, going on dates. Like, one time I was in between an architect, and a guy who could do a headstand. These were my options. And the architect is great, because women, we like to say what a guy does for a living. You know, we like to say, oh, he drew that. That was, you know, look, architect. Headstand guy, I don't know how to explain that at a party. If I take him to the party, how am I gonna? They go, what do you do, baby? Go outside and show them that amazing headstand that you can achieve. I mean, it's great stuff. He's on Instagram, it's like in the sun, it's great stuff. I went on a date with him. On the date, he wasn't drinking, which is weird. That's how you get through a date. He's just sober-facing me the whole time. So I asked him, I go, do you drink? That's a normal question to ask someone when they're not drinking, you know, but it threw him. One eye went the other way. And this is what he said, I kid you not. He goes, well, when I'm at the strip club, I have sangria. There's so many problems with that answer. It's on so many levels. It's just, you can't even deal with all the levels of problems in that. I was in a small restaurant in New York. There was a guy in the corner just like, yeah, no, you don't want it. And then I'm wondering, is there a guy at the strip club just chopping fruit for sangria? Kiki's good tonight, yeah. Trying to do things different, though. That's what I'm trying to do. Like, I used to date young. I can't date young anymore. The court said I can't. I can't even look at them, no. I don't mean to. It's like I said, I aged well, and they just come at me. You know, I'll be hanging out at the GameStop, and they just come into my life. What am I supposed to do? I'm like, you want this? Come and get it. But it was exhausting. Dating young, this guy was always awake, just looking at me. Like, what next? I was like, nothing. Take a nap, shit. Go to sleep. This was 3 whites ago, by the way, 3 whites ago. He talked a lot, too. Oh, my God, he talked so much. I told him, I said, I need some white noise, and I don't mean you, okay? I slept with my friend Johnny. He had narcolepsy. Yeah, I didn't know that. Because I was in this position. You know, doggy style. And he's behind me, and my back just got real heavy. It was all of a sudden, I was like, what the? But you know, as a woman, you just kind of go with it. You're not sure. You're like, well, maybe this is a new thing. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to ruin the fun. Then my back just got heavier. And I tried to lift him up. He just went back down. And I was like, Johnny? Nothing. And I said it again. I go, Johnny? Nothing. And then snoring. I was like, oh no, he's asleep. I don't want to wake him. I don't want to wake the baby. So I tried to do a little soft foot, you know, on his thigh. I was like, maybe I just softly. Nah, it didn't work. I tried to lift him. That was too much work. So I just flipped him off. And I'm looking, I was like, damn. My is killing mother. Wake up. I live in Harlem, New York now. That's where I live now, Harlem, New York, which has actually changed, though. Yeah, Harlem. Some things are still black in Harlem, like the Magic Johnson Theater. I love that theater, because it's a black theater. It's interactive. Look, we talk at the screen. I love that, you know? It's a show, and then there's a show. Like, I saw The Lord of the Rings there years ago. And Frodo dropped the ring. And this woman yelled out, she's like, damn, do your job. She was right. Her timing was amazing. You gotta keep some things in the neighborhood. New York. New York has changed me. I used to be a really nice person. I'm a now. Chicago is nice. I don't care what the news they try to put out there about Chicago. They don't even capture the kindness that is Chicago. We're Midwest. We got that Midwest kindness. It's real. I bumped into someone here. They were like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I was like, "But I bumped into you." They were like, "I shouldn't have been here." I was like, "Oh boy, that's real kind." Yeah, New York has changed me. That's why I got this edge. And I think this is why I'm actually single. Yeah, and it has been a while. I haven't been laid in a while. And that is a lot to tell an audience, you know, that doesn't know me. But, you know, if I don't tell you, how am I gonna get laid? I've actually dated a lot of white guys. You know, the economy, it was bad for a while. Oh, I'm very strategic. Like 2 whites ago, this guy I dated, he was the whitest guy I ever dated. He had never been around black people his whole life. And that happens, you know, we're not everywhere. We're not. I go places and I ask, are we here? And nothing comes back. Like I did a show one time, we weren't at that show. So I asked that question. I was like, are there black people here? And this woman's answer was great. She was like, oh, they are all over the place. And that is not how you answer that question. It's like she was talking about an infestation. And then she pointed, she's like, look, there's one. I mean, we've tried everything. I was like, oh, she needed a timeout. But my ex, he hadn't had the experience, so it was fun. Like, I would catch him sometimes just staring at my hair. He would just look. He never touched my hair. He never dealt with it. He just looked. I was with him a long time. He just looked. So I told him one time, I said, touch that shit. He's like, no. I said, put your hands in it. He's like, mm-mm. One time he just patted. He pat my fro, and he reshaped it. And I was looking like Frederick Douglass that day. Oh, I had the part, the whole thing. Thank you for knowing who Frederick. Sometimes, some of you may have to Google who Frederick Douglass is. Just a hint, he's not a rapper, okay? There's no Frederick Lamar out there. One time he was really focused in on my hair because I was in the pool. The family, they had a pool in the backyard. I was in it, I was swimming. You know, they were watching. My hair was wet and he's just looking. He was really focused in on my hair. And he said this, what's gonna happen? Oh, shit. It's still dry. How'd it do that? I mean, it's wet, but dry. It's like she's waterproof or something. All right, see, so most of you, some of you, this is just information. I know. We're not everywhere. Being woke, my woke friends have told me I'm not woke enough. I have to be woker. Some people don't even know what woke means, by the way. You know, They don't, see, those are woke people. They're like, yeah, I'll tell you what it means. Let me tell you what it means. Oh, it means that you're conscious of everything, which is great, but it can also be annoying. I'm not woke enough. That's what they've told me. I gotta be woker. Starbucks coffee, I feel guilty if I even walk in. I can't walk into Starbucks coffee. I can't get my dark roast. I feel bad. Some brothers, they were arrested. They were just sitting in Starbucks, which is what you do in Starbucks. That's where you go to sit. Now I can't get my dark roast. There's so many products that racist people is like, Chick-fil-A. Oh, I've traveled. Chick-fil-A, it ain't stopping nobody. People are still standing in line for Chick-fil-A. Tasty chicken. They just standing in line like, this is not my issue. This tasty chicken is powerful. There's gonna be nothing left. Some racist people, they make good products. You ever been standing outside? Oh, it smells so good, but they don't like me, but I just want the food. This microphone, someone probably did something. I gotta talk like this. I'm gonna be walking around naked at some point. They're gonna be like, what's wrong with her? Oh, that bitch is woke. That's what's wrong with her. She woke as yeah. I'm a lot older than I look. I'm black, so you'll never know. That's my black girl magic, huh? Ageless. Yeah. And it's happening. It's like, I'm at that point where it's like I don't know stuff and I say the wrong things. It's inappropriate sometimes what I say. I'm not as woke as I should be. And it is embarrassing. Like, I've been messing up on my pronouns lately. Because I met someone who was not a guy or a girl. No, they were a they, which is how they wanted to be referred to. And that is important. Like, I care about that. It's just, it's new to me. And in a sentence, structurally, it makes me sound like a runaway slave. Like, where they at? They's coming? They down by the river. They gonna be mad at that joke. I'm just saying, I could do more. That's my point. I'm not doing enough. Well, I don't do dating apps. That never works for me. I go dancing. House music. That's what I listen to, yeah. I love it. Once a week, I go every week. It's great exercise. I meet someone. That's a great way to meet someone. And it's like right in front of you. You got your rhythm, he's got his. It's great. But my girlfriend, who I go with, now this is in New York now, because I'm there. So I go once a week there, and my girlfriend, she hates men. Because, the Me Too movement. It's got women on high alert. I get it. She's like angry. She's putting men on lists. If I say anything about him, he's on a list. I go, what list? He's on a list. She's angry. And that's fine, I guess. But she brings that energy to the dance club, the place where I am the most hopeful. And she gets angry at men. Like, she's a great dancer, too. She'll be dancing, and they'll come up to her, and she's like, get the away from me. And they're like, what did I do? I don't understand what happened. She gets mad when they touch me. She's like, you don't want that. I go, no, I want this. No, I need this. She's just slapping dick away. Just get out of here. Just swiping left for me. Guy was dancing with me. She was like, that's an assault. I go, no, this is mating. Look, this is my peacock right here. This is my peacock. Don't mess with my peacock. But I do understand her on some level, because some men don't know how to dance with you. They're space-wise. I hate when guys, like, face dance you. You know, when they... You're like, back up. Shit. I see you. I think I'm a great dancer, by the way. I think I'm fine. But I have a lot of comedian friends who make fun of me. They like to ruin it. I have a friend, Keith Robinson. He always likes to, he's like, you've been doing the same move for 20 years. I was like, this is my move. He's like, same move, 20 years. And he gets in my head, and I'm like, you know, you're supposed to dance like nobody's watching. I was on the dance floor, I had this in my head. So I'm trying to do my move. I'm like, oh, maybe that's not the move. But I do love going to this club. I go every week. They know me there now, to the point where I think they don't like me. The woman at the door, this is when I go to pay, she's like, go, just please. Keep your coupon, I don't even want it. Co-check girls, they know me. They know all my dating stories. Even I tell them, even if they don't want to hear it, they're like, okay. Ida in the bathroom, I love the bathroom attendant. I love Ida. I work for her sometimes, you know. She has to go to the bathroom, so I fill in. My friends all come out, they'll be like, where were you? I was like, I had to work. To help out.
He's super macho. I like that. I'm old school. I like a macho guy. I like my guys macho. You know, the kind of guy that's like, get in the car. Oh. Where are we going? Doesn't matter. There is part of me that wants to be like, don't talk to me like that. But I'm gonna get in the car now. I'm gonna do what you say. On my own accord. Here's the thing. I think women do like macho guys. I think we do. You guys just gotta know when to bring it out in the relationship. Because a lot of guys hide their macho. They're afraid it's too much. You gotta bring it out that first fight. The first fight you have with your girl, show it. Do you know how sexy that is? You're having your first fight with your guy, right? You guys are going back and forth, and he just punches a wall. You're like, oh my God. He was pretending that was my face. Jesus. I might have to marry this one. There's something sexy about that, because there's not a lot of guys now that are like that. There's not a lot, guys. There's guys now that are just... Yeah. They're wearing skinny jeans. Can we just discuss this for a second? Yeah. Why is this happening? I don't feel safe. I don't. Why are you wearing skinny jeans? What if I am in a situation and I'm with Mr. Skinny Jeans? Something goes down. He's like, save yourself! Take a run for it, baby! I was actually recently hit on by a 19-year-old. No. It wasn't sexy. I wish I could say it was sexy. It's not. Here's what happened. Okay, I'm on the bus. All my fun stories happen on New York City subway systems. And this kid comes up to me, and I could see him. You know how you can feel when somebody's about to hit on you? Like, it was like, da-na, da-na. I was like, don't do this. Because I could see him out of the corner of my eye. He's all thugged out. He's like, you know, baggy pants, baggy shirt, like a fitted cap. And here's how I know I'm changing. The second I noticed him, I became maternal. Like, I saw him and I just wanted to iron his clothes and, like, help him out. I was like, this youth needs me. So he came up to me, and I have to give him credit. He approached me with such confidence. He came up to me, he was like, I'm saying, Ma, let me get your phone number. And I was like, no. He's like, why come I can't get your number? Well, let's start with breaking down that sentence, because that is your first clue. So then I said, you know what? I think I'm too old for you. He said, how old are you? So I said, 34. And you could see the damn in his face. Like it was the oldest age he'd ever heard of in his life. And he couldn't fathom how I made it 34 years on this earth. And then he tried to backpedal. He was like, I'm saying, Ma, you don't look 34. And I was like, well, thank you. Should I have like a hump and a lazy eye to help you out? And next time he sees a girl with a hump, oh, she 34. That's when they get they hump. See, that's when having a boyfriend comes in handy. Because you can use the boyfriend card. Right? It's like, I'm sorry, I have a boyfriend. Like they've just been disqualified from some sort of contest. Thank you for playing, but I have a boyfriend. Better luck next time. It's really awkward when you bring up the boyfriend before the guy hits on you, though. Like some guy comes and talks to you, and you're like, I have a boyfriend, how dare you? Jesus, she was angry. I've actually been with my boyfriend now 7 years. I know. Pretty crazy. We're actually trying to have a baby. Oh, thanks. I'm gonna tell him real soon. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna tell him. That would ruin the surprise. I like how all the women laugh at that. So I was like, and the guys are like, He's super macho. My boyfriend is the biggest Mexican guy I've ever met in my life. He's the tallest Mexican I've ever met. He's 6'1". I know, for a second there you're like, Gina, that's kind of racist. Now you're like, nope, that's a big Mexican. Continue. Continue with your story, please. 6'1", because I don't know about anywhere else, but normally here in New York, our Mexicans are travel size. So. So for me, when I met him, I was like, are you made up of several smaller Mexicans? Like one of those Russian dolls where it's like Jorge, Jesus, Gustavo. You guys are adorable. Now that I'm married, I'm constantly on guard because I'm a jealous woman. I'm not gonna lie, that's the biggest issue he has to deal with. I'm jealous, man. You would think it would chill out when I got married. If you talk to my husband a second too long. I'm like, I don't know what your game is with this flirty line of questioning, but I don't like it. I'll be taking over from now on. And yes, he will have fries. I see you. Oh, I see you. People get intrusive with their questions. They'll be like, oh my gosh, how tall is your husband? Husband height. What cologne does he wear? Scent of my husband. His favorite movies are Wedding Video. You can leave now. They don't tell you this, but when you get married to somebody, you marry the entire bibliography of their issues. And you marry their family who gave them those issues. Like his mom never made him clean up his clothes as a kid. Guess whose problem that is now? My husband will leave little piles of clothing on the floor as if he was raptured out of our apartment. I'm like, were you never beaten as a child for this? We were clearly raised differently. I noticed one time he had an argument with his mom in front of me, and I was shocked because I didn't realize you could argue with your parents. Like, Latinos live in fear of our parents well into our early hundreds. Right, like, I'm trying to argue. I love life. He saw how shocked I was. He was like, don't worry, I would never talk to you like that. And I was like, I don't suggest it. You're a sound sleeper. Why do I know this? When you get married, you gotta get used to somebody being in your space all the time. Like when I was single, I woke up alone a lot. Now every time I wake up, I'm like, ah! Oh, it's you. It's like 100 times in a row. Maybe you can get a hobby or something. It'll surprise me once in a while. Everybody wants to give you marriage advice when you get married. Some of it's helpful, most of it's trash. Because they don't know how your relationship works. But everybody wants to guide you. One of my girlfriends told me, if your husband acts up, just withhold sex. And I was like, what did I do? That punishment affects both of us. I don't like your methods. Don't go to sleep angry, that's another one. I go to sleep angry all the time. Because he falls asleep before me and I'm just like, oh, you got nothing to overthink right now? Okay. I had to get used to being responsible to another person too. That was hard, man. When my husband asked me if I paid my credit card bill, I gotta stop myself from being like, none of your business, bro. Because then I remember like, oh yeah, it is his business. And no. We were bound to bump heads, man, but we're also both in therapy. And I don't know if you've ever fought with a healthy person. But it's annoying. Because we'd get into these big blow-up fights, right? Where we would just yell at each other, and then I'd storm out, right? And I'd have time to process. And I'd come back in, and I'd be like, ugh. I realize my reaction to the previous situation is based on trauma from a former relationship that I shouldn't bring into this current space. Don't get too excited, baby girl. And then my husband would come in, and he'd be like, ugh. I want you to know that I hear you, and I see you. I was like, I hate us. I don't want to be us, I want to jump us. I don't like us. I come from a family where you flip a table to make a point, you know what I'm saying? Like, this feels too healthy, you know what I'm saying? And I got a temper on me. I'm not proud of it, but it's something I know about myself. Right? Like, I got one of those tempers where I'll get real mad, real bad, real fast. Yeah. And then 5 seconds later, I'm like, we're cool. They'll be like, Gina, you burned down the house. Okay, but I'm a new woman now. Yes, I burned down the house, but I also called the fire department. And in therapy, they call that growth. So, how about you respect my journey? It ain't easy. I remember our biggest fight was also, coincidentally, our dumbest fight. Yeah. It was over socks. Yeah, we had the sock fight. Mm-hmm. He kept leaving his socks everywhere. And in my head, I was like, I know that you know that we have a laundry basket. What is with all this passive-aggressive sock behavior? I'm in therapy, so I could therapize. And therapy did help me figure out how I could have stopped this fight from happening in the first place. Because I did something so typical in relationships, such a typical thing, because what I did was I didn't speak up right away. I let it build, I let it fester. Such a common thing. And I'll tell you why that happens. I can only speak to my relationships with men, but I'll tell you why that happens, guys. The reason why we don't speak up right away is because we have such faith. You already know. We have such faith in your ability to tell when we are upset. We truly believe you're gonna get all of our little subtle hints. Because that's what we do. That's what we do. Every woman in here can tell you when her partner is upset. Every woman in here. We always know. We always know, man. I know. I can tell by the way he breathes. So we always think he's gonna know. He's gonna know. Nope. Nope. Remember when you were a kid and you would just laugh, right? You didn't stop yourself. You weren't embarrassed. You weren't ashamed. Like if someone fell, you laughed in their face. The second they fell, you're like, haha, you're stupid. Walk much, right? You just laughed at it. You did not like now as a grown up when someone falls, you're like, oh my God, are you okay? And then you turn around and go, did you see that? That was amazing. Oh my God. Not like now. See, I still have that. I have the sense of humor of a 4-year-old. I do everything kids think is funny, I think is funny too. Like, I still think farts are the funniest thing on the planet. Thank you, me and like 6 people. Really? Really, a room full of grown folk? You're gonna sit here and act like you've never been in the bathroom, someone cut one and you tried not to laugh? Yeah, there we go, there we go. That is a universal situation. Don't be afraid of the ties that bind us. I'll prove to you that farts are still funny. I was recently at a buffet. Don't judge me. We've already discussed this. I'm a foodie. Buffets are like carnivals for foodies. You know what I'm talking about? Like you show up at a buffet, you're like a little kid. You're like, oh my God, there's food everywhere. There's steak and bacon wrapped shrimp and a salad bar for some reason. Every time I see someone at a salad bar at a buffet, I just want to take their plate away and go, get out. Don't you mock us with your salad eating. So I'm at this buffet, right? And I go to the bathroom. It's me, this woman in the middle stall, and a lady and her 4-year-old daughter. Really cute little girl, right? Now, the woman in the middle farted. Wait for it, because here's the important part. It wasn't one that you could get past. See? All of a sudden, you all know what I'm talking about, right? Why? Because normally when it happens, it's a little sound, and you're like, she didn't know that was coming. Yeah, that was a surprise to everybody involved. And you know she didn't know, because the second it happened, she was like, Jesus. She got startled. But this, no. This was an I ran to the bathroom because I didn't know what was gonna follow this. And we've all been there too. Where like 1 second you're talking to somebody and the next you're like, I gotta get out of here like right now. This is not safe for anyone. Because it went on for like 2 minutes, that's an ungodly amount of time. Can we just discuss, guys? After 30 seconds, call a doctor. What did you eat? It's dangerous now. It's like a drum solo. It was like a brrrr, and then like it just kept going. It just kept going and going. And here's the thing, in that situation, we all do the same thing. What do? You shut up immediately. Right? Like the second it happens, you're like, nobody can know I'm here. And you become the quietest you've ever been, right? If you're like me, I am seriously, I'm like a ninja with it. My feet are up on the seat. I'm not breathing. I won't even leave the stall, because what if I leave and she leaves at the same time? Like, if we make eye contact, it's over. I'm gonna laugh. I mean, I've already seen her shoes. Her cover's blown. So here's the thing. I am acing this situation. Acing it. Until the little girl in the last stall completely blows it for me. Because she goes, ew! I'm on the subway, New York City. This guy reaches into my purse. He grabs my makeup case. I'm like, uh-oh, I'm about to get mugged by a drag queen. It is on. Because they're big and they can fight, you know what I'm saying? So then he grabs my purse and he goes, I'm gonna hit you. So then I said, if you hit me, you better knock me out. Which was stupid. Don't say that to somebody who's stealing your purse. Don't do that. Because that was his plan. He wasn't waiting for my go-ahead on that one. So he hit me, he punched me. Don't worry, I can take a punch. I went to public school. So he hit me and I took it. I don't know if it was the adrenaline, but did you ever have one of those balloon clowns as a kid? It was literally like, nope. Nope. I eat those. I even did one of these, like I was gonna morph into Steven Seagal and like karate chop him right in the throat. And then he went to hit me again and I grabbed his arm. And I don't know if any of you have ever been in a fight, but you start to win a fight you were losing and you talk so much crap. Like I grabbed his arm, I was like, man, who you trying to hit? But there was another arm I should have been looking out for. Because that one came out of nowhere. This guy literally, he lifted me up off the floor and tossed me aside like nothing. And the whole time he's picking me up, the only thought going through my head was, oh my God, I must have lost so much weight. Did you see how he threw me? Damn it, I'm skinny. I'm kidding. It was really hard though when he picked me up not to go, wee! This is fun, what are we gonna do next? The second time this happened, okay. Second time my mouth got me in trouble. This one's a biggie. It was with my boyfriend's mom. I know. Let me explain. See, what had happened was, here's some important information. My boyfriend is Mexican. Yeah, what up? Hey. Hey. His mom, he's from Texas, like he was born in Texas. His mom was born in Mexico. It's a very important part of the story. She grew up a little more like old school beliefs, and if you know any even old school people, they don't have to be from Mexico. You know that they don't sugarcoat anything. They don't have time for it, they don't care for it, they're blunt and honest people, and I can respect that, that's fine. But when you mix somebody who's blunt and honest with somebody that doesn't have a filter, things can happen. So last time I'm in New York, she sees me, comes up to me, first thing she does, put her hand on my stomach. Why is that happening? I don't know why. I don't feel comfortable with that, do you, right? Because how many of us have had the guy that thought it was cute to pinch the fat on your stomach, huh, ladies? Yeah, right? The guy that goes, look at that, you have a tummy, look at that. I'm like, you have 3 seconds to live. Pinch me one more time, and your life is over. Right, so she touches my stomach, she goes, you're getting kind of fat, are you pregnant? Yeah, thank you. That is how I felt. Because first of all, who says that? Who tells a woman she's fat? Every guy in here already knows. The question, do I look fat in this? What is the answer? No, no, absolutely not, right? No, sometimes it's hell no. Sometimes it's, oh my God, baby, no, you look like you lost an ounce. Or whatever unit of measurement will get you out of trouble. But you never tell a woman she's fat, never ever. And you don't say that to me because I can't control what comes out of my mouth. She should know this. I've known her a while. So y'all, I can't be blamed for what happened next because I was provoked. Because the second she said that, without pause, I looked her right in the face and I was like, oh, relax, I'm not gonna keep it.